Welcome to another episode of the State of the Bulldogs. Sam, Mike, Jeb, Grant, quad box tonight, boys. It's officially summer. The college baseball regionals have wrapped up. Sanford sending one athlete to the track national championship. Football times have been announced, but guess what? Grant, the floor is yours. You've created a fun end of the season game for us. So take it away, big dog.
Right. I was trying to think of what we do for like a season recap. Then I listened to this other podcast, No Laying Up, Popular Golf Podcast, which they took from a Brewers podcast, where there's this website where you can create a Jeopardy game. So you can create your own categories, questions, and whatnot. So I decided to create a Jeopardy season recap for us, and then the audience, as a listening, can follow along as well.
Lowest score wins.
Sure.
Is that how Jeopardy works?
No, it's not.
This might be
okay.
a tough one. This might be a tough one.
Yeah.
Is it spanning every sport?
Spanning I try to include at least something from every sport, but obviously it's going to be football and basketball heavy. We try. Maybe we forgot a sport too, but again, we focus through. We got 2 rounds and then a final Jeopardy. The way it goes, 5 categories for each round. So y'all would just buzz in, and then on my end, I can control everything, and then the audience, for those watching and listening, can follow along.
Did you by chance throw in a little French Open column just for my?
I did not throw any French Open. This is all. I kept it all Sanford and show related, so I didn't have any French. But
Sam's been watching.
I have.
Sam's a Ben Shelton fan now.
I love Ben Shelton. I thought he was Tommy Paul. Tommy Paul sucks. Tommy Paul
does suck. He's from Charlotte.
Got destroyed by Alcaraz. All right, so what are our categories here?
I am the host, and I will not be answering questions since I made this. Just throwing that out there. So
that's 10,000 for Grant.
So we're going to run through the categories. The categories are Hatch Attack, obviously, all football related. Category 2, Buckyball, all basketball related. Category 3, Who Said It? I give you a quote, and you have to tell me which player or coach said this.
Oh, I'm so toast.
Category 4, all podcast related. So they're all about us, stuff we talked about, or some little facts and trivia. I ran through a listing to all these.
Mike is about to wipe the floor.
So, and then
I don't know, man.
And then category 5, Stickball. That is all baseball and softball related. So those are your categories for the first round.
Did you see Jaden Davis hit the portal?
I did see that. Does he want to come back home?
He's not going to come back. Why would you want him? Like, even if you're not getting playing time, why would you leave a school like Vanderbilt? Anyway, let's get to the game.
He can come back home. Who wants to go first?
We can give it to Jeb.
All right, Jeb. Pick your category and dollar amount.
Who said it for 800?
Of that. This is my first time in college being the top dude. You are the top of the scouting report in some games and stuff like that, but I have been enjoying it. Who said this? Jeb.
Bucky.
That is incorrect.
Hold on, scroll back up. This is my first time in college. Yeah, Mike.
I'm going to say Rylan Jones.
That is also incorrect as well.
No, I'm not answering. I'm going to get negative 800 over here.
Yeah.
Pass on that.
Colin Holloway said this after his game against Rhodes College.
Who? Against Rhodes? Bro.
First and last time being the top man on the scouting report.
This was after he had his game against Cornell, where he played real well in that Cornell game, like the one really solid game that he played in.
Grant, that is a phenomenal quote.
That's a trick question.
The one game.
Grant Savage. Hey, Mike got minus 800.
Yeah, Sam's just going to play the strategy of don't guess and lets Jeb and I.
The way it should go is no one else gets another chance at it.
There you go. Yeah, I just want to see if anybody else will get it after that.
Okay, that's fine. We can play like that.
Sam, your world.
We'll do State of the Bulldogs for 1,000.
Furman fans called us this name after they did not like some of our opinions about their basketball team.
That's tough. They called us this name. Oh, I remember the whole message board bonanza.
Yep.
This Furman fans are one Furman fan, former band member from Furman, who loves to tweet at us.
This was a message board post, if that helps.
No, I know what it is.
I'll just go for it. I'm trying to tap.
Samuel.
Is the word Homer?
That is incorrect.
That's tough. It's minus $1,000. It's tough.
That's a tough one.
They called us hobos. Remember, they
Yeah.
said these
Oh,
That's
man,
right.
of course.
How did we forget that? Hobos. Grant, I like this.
WTF are these dudes talking about? I'm not sure these 4 hobos apostrophe s combined to form one single brain cell. I feel embarrassed for them.
That was a good
Yeah,
quote.
clearly that one brain cell has not presented itself yet.
It's not firing. All right, I guess Mike's up.
Michael.
Let's get some layups here. Let's go Buckyball 200.
In the offseason, Stanford added multiple transfers from this Power 4 conference. Samuel.
The American. That's not a Power 4 conference. Motherfucker.
That is incorrect.
Wait, hold on. So this is entitled Buckyball. Are we talking about last season or?
Yes, this is a season recap of last year. Oh, there it is. Jeb.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Buzz.
Duh.
The Southeastern Conference. Jeb is
Good job, Jeb.
back in the green.
Thinking Lenny Ball. Like, we didn't get anybody from the SEC.
We got what? Mississippi State and Vandy.
Correct.
Auburn
1 for 2.
Or Alabama walk. Auburn walk.
Back to it, Jeb. You're up.
Buckyball 400.
This player scored 36 points in a big-time road win at Wofford, which was a game that was on ESPNU.
Oh my goodness, I'm so bad with names in season and especially out of season. God,
Michael
has the roster pulled up.
A road game at Wofford.
He doesn't know it.
No, I was gonna say Julian Brown, but that wasn't a Wofford game.
The answer is Trey Ford scored 36 points, put the team on his back en route to helping Stanford get that win.
There are people screaming at
You were thinking
whatever they're looking at right now.
Sam, you were thinking 2 seasons ago.
No, that's what I was thinking of. I just couldn't think of the name.
There you go. Hot start, boys. We're getting right into it.
Yeah, we really know what we're talking about.
Because I was talking trash to George during that.
That was tough. Mike, you're up.
Let's say who said it for 200.
And if I go out of order, just correct me, and we'll do that. Last time I scored a touchdown was in high school. That was my 3rd interception, and that was my first ever pick 6. Who said this?
Oh, we had him on the podcast.
Last time I scored a touchdown was high school. That was my 3rd interception, and that was my first ever pick 6.
Dude, I can't remember a single name. I'm gonna get eaten alive. Why did I answer the minus 1,000? Oh my god.
We're getting old. We're getting old here, guys.
I should have drinking some coffee before this.
Yeah.
We had this guy on the podcast?
Yeah.
He has made an appearance on the show.
Ding, ding, ding. Let me ding.
It's not what the weight coach said, Mike.
Was it Noah Martin?
Hey, there we go. Noah Martin.
Nice job, Mike. Nice job, Mike.
Game against Mercer. He led Sanford in interceptions last year with 2 and had the pick 6 against Mercer, against number 7 Mercer.
Right, we haven't had a cornerback or a safety on the show. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. There we go. We're back on it. Mike, continue.
Let's go State of the Bulldogs for 200.
This former Sanford football player joined us this football season on our new post-game show episodes. Samuel.
Who is Tayberry?
Hey, we got one, Sam. Tayberry, former Sanford D lineman, joined us for our post-game shows and traveled with us to Florida and West Georgia. So,
until we just started absolutely sucking, and then we stopped doing those. But
What an embarrassing we didn't get that one right.
I know, right? I texted you all this. I remember being on the field, and one of the backup linemen said to me, I said, if we come back and win this game, you guys need to bring the post-game shows back. I was like,
yeah, we didn't. Spoiler alert, we did not win the game.
We did not win. He was not.
Well, we will bring those back next season for sure until the inevitable.
There we go. Sam, you're up.
Oh, that's right. Let's do stickball for 200.
Yep. Sanford baseball swept this team in their last home SoCon series. Sam?
Who is UNCG?
Correct. UNCG. Helped Sanford get the 2 seed in this SoCon tournament. All right, Jeb, or Sam, a couple in a row. Continue.
Let's do stickball for 400.
Sanford baseball beat this team in the SoCon tournament in a game that featured many ejections. I just laughed at my own question. Sam.
Who is Mercer?
Mercer. That is correct. Yep.
Let's do
keep it going.
stickball for 600, please.
Here we go. I think we found the category. This player who had 6 home runs in the month of May led Sanford baseball in homers this past season. Mike.
No.
Is it Michael Gupton?
Boom. Michael Gupton went
Let's
on a
go.
The
tear
names.
recently.
Why can't we do teams? Names are bad, Grant. Dang it, Mike.
Sam deserved like 5,000 head start points since he just had a kid.
That's right. I need.
That's
It's like
true.
a handicap.
Got brain
It's like a
fog.
handicap.
Mike, you're officially in the positive. Continue.
Let's switch it back over to hashtag for 200.
There we go. Our first football one. Sanford lost their season opener to this FCS newcomer.
Oh, Sam.
Who is West Georgia?
West Georgia in a game that
I
we
live-
Fast fingers.
I live in the 200s. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we venture anything further, it's tough sledding.
Sam.
We'll do hashtag for 4.
400. This linebacker had a pick 6 against then top 10 Mercer to help Sanford get the big time win. Sam.
Noah Martin.
That is Noah Martin. There we go. A little bump from we talked about that already.
Thank you, Mike. 600 hashtag.
Daily double. Samuel, how much would you like to wager?
What are the rules here? I don't have any. I'm at the deficit.
That is a good question. I don't know actually.
I
I think it's. Is it up to 1,000? But you don't have 1,000.
Maybe it's just up. Let's just do up to whatever this question was worth.
All right, that sounds
Like so,
good.
1,200.
This was
or 600.
yeah. This
Whatever.
yeah 600.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we can do that.
Let's just roll with it.
Oh shoot, sorry. There we go. Sanford used this kind of trick play to help them beat ranked Chattanooga on the road, Sam.
Flea flicker.
Incorrect. They used a fake field goal. Punter Will Thorley took the snap, took it to the house for 30 yards
That's
for
right.
a touchdown
That's
in that
right.
big time road win. We only beat
That's
top
right.
25 teams last year, so there you
Yeah. What am I at now? I lost all my gains. That's so bad.
Ooh, look who's winning.
go. Sam, still your board.
I don't want it to be my board. Hashtag 800.
This wide receiver who had 2 multi-touchdown games led Sanford in receiving touchdowns this past season.
Oh, it's his whole family was at West Georgia.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think. Oh my goodness.
EJ Mason.
Okay.
Oh, he was
EJ
not.
Mason.
That's not the receiver I was
Ooh.
thinking of. Nice, Jeb. Nice.
Look at Jeb go. Ian Cousin is who you're thinking
That's right.
of.
That was
That's
the
right.
Ian Cousin is too.
But he suffered a season-ending injury like halfway through the year, so
Okay.
that's probably
Okay.
there we go, Jeb.
that's
we're
your guy.
on the
I know.
EJ Mason. Jeb, you're back in the positive. Continue.
Who said it 400?
You said it.
I put on the headband. I shot good in practice and I shot good in the game, so it might be a thing now. Who said it?
It's not how I think, right?
Jeb.
Rylan Jones.
Boom.
Wow.
RJ. Rylan Jones.
So the
put
headband
on-
wasn't always a thing.
No, he told the story. I went back and watched it today. Told the story and how he got a haircut, and the haircut that they cut it too short, and so like sweat was getting in his eyes. So he like put the headband on to put it on, and sure enough, he scored 23 points in that first game against a headband, and then had 3 straight games in double figures after that. So
That's crazy because it's
I
part of
became
his
a little-
brand.
yeah,
I mean, people were literally wearing headbands at the end of the season.
I know, right?
It's because they
Jeb,
started giving them
there you go.
out, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. All right, Jeb, continue.
Jeb just
Who
slid.
said it for 600?
So we're not here to win an Oscar. We're here to win basketball games.
So we're not here to win an Oscar. We're here to win
To
basketball.
win basketball games.
Huh.
Oof.
I bet. I'm not going to answer, but I have a bet.
Bucky McMillan.
Henry Ward McMillan the fourth. That is
Dang.
correct. Bucky said
Ooh.
this after a game. I want to say against UNCG, which wasn't the prettiest, but still found a way to get it done. Hence, Oscar, we're here to win basketball games. So
I was thinking ETSU's coach.
that's a good one.
That was nice, Jeb. Jeb out here destroying us right now.
Deb's crushing
The
us right
silent
Right now-
assassin.
Data the Bulldogs 400.
There we go. We're rolling. Michael predicted this player would eventually take over as the starting QB in our season preview episode.
Gosh.
Sam,
I really want this to be Mac Howard.
so you are correct. The Duck Hunter,
Yes.
other Duck Hunters in the portal now. Mac Howard. In
That,
Mike's defense, this was a late, like 50 minutes in. He's like, you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to think that
That
Howard's going
might
to take
be-
over as starter.
given how it all
what a terrible
folded,
take.
yeah, that might be the worst take in podcast history, in our podcast
All right,
history.
well,
Just because he never even saw the
because
field.
our football team was so good last year, maybe he should have started.
Maybe, but Quincy wasn't the problem anyway.
No, Quincy wasn't the problem.
No, Sam, you're back at 0. Continue. We're almost
I
done.
think I'm at minus 600. I don't think you ever deducted me. I feel guilty.
I can do that right now. Hold on
Thank
one
you.
second. Now that you brought it up.
Thank you.
I appreciate your honesty, your integrity.
That's right. State of the Bulldogs 600.
This podcast host once said that this Sanford basketball team had a chance to be better than the NCAA tournament team.
Jeb.
That is correct, Jeb.
I was
Sounds like something
who?
Jim
What
would
if I?
say.
Who said that?
That's good. Jeb said.
That should.
I can't remember what episode, but
Yeah, that sounds glass half full. Jeb over there.
there you go. Jeb with 1,800 in the bank. Continue your world.
Buckyball is 600.
This player passed the 1,000 career point mark in a game against West Georgia. Mike, incorrect.
He did eventually, though. I guess it wasn't against West Georgia.
Oh man,
That sucks, Mike. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
it's 1,000 career
Like
points.
Mike confidently
Yeah.
buzzed
That was
that one in, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I get a? Can I?
I honestly,
can
I thought Mike would know it.
I did too.
honestly.
Can I guess? Can I guess again if nobody else is gonna guess, even if it's not for points?
yeah, it's not for points, Mike.
Sure. Yeah. Anybody? Jeb, you got anything? Sam.
I was going to go with Ryan, but I don't know if he ever got it.
I think he would have gotten 1,000 way before this past
It-
season.
He's a point guard, though.
I remember this. Yeah.
That would have been
Wow.
correct. Sorry, Mike. It was Rylan Jones who got it
Yeah.
game against West Georgia. The same Thanksgiving MTE, so it's easy to get lost in kind of the shuffle there.
Definitely did not see that game.
Sam, or actually Mike, you're up.
Let's stick with Buckyball for 800.
Sanford took this Power Conference team to the wire in a close November loss. Sam.
Who is Michigan State?
Sparty, that is correct. Michigan State. We were so close. Michigan State couldn't make any threes. They didn't make any
Oh,
threes
I know.
the
I
rest of
thought
the
we were
year.
going to do it. I really believe.
We hung in like an 11-point lead first half. But yeah,
Could have answered who is not Arizona. I think would have been
You
equally
could've-
correct.
Sam, you're back in the positive. Continue.
All right, let's build on this momentum and let's go Stickball 800.
Sanford softball beat this team in their last SoCon game to secure the 3 seed in their conference tournament.
Oh, it's 50-50 in my mind. I don't want to guess, but who cares? It's a game. UTC.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Wofford.
good.
They beat Wofford in that last game, 3-game series. The 2 games got rained out. They won the one they needed. So, all right, cool. We're gonna get the
That's right.
3 seed. We're gonna skip out.
Dang.
Almost done with
I
round
just
1.
like the negatives, Grant.
Mike, you're up.
Let's wrap up State of the Bulldogs pod for 800.
Grant joined the podcast recording from this location for 1 episode.
Join the podcast recording from this location.
Ooh.
Mike.
Oh, I shouldn't have buzzed. You were. Oh, I know who you were.
Sam, Jeff.
Oh,
Not for points, right?
Well, hold on. Let's just give it a second. Grant.
no, I know
Give
what
Sam
it
a-
is now. Can I say
No.
it?
Grant joined the
No.
podcast recording from this location for 1 episode. From this location.
Was it you were in Edgewood?
That
No,
was
I know
2
who
Marches
it
ago.
was because you talked to somebody during the pod, and he gave us a little.
Yep.
Oh,
From
you
the-
talked to
You talked to
you
Rylan
talked to
Allensbach's
Okay, Grant.
to
All
Ryan
right.
Allensbach's dad on the court.
Grant,
There we go.
That's
the
a-
the
all right.
season opener.
toss that one, but deduct Mike for sure.
Give me half point.
No,
Give me half
no,
points.
double.
4 more questions, all 1,000 categories. Jeb, your turn.
Who said it for 1,000?
We have a lot of guys that have a case of the wants. They want to do it, but are we going to work hard enough to make that happen? Time will tell. Sam,
Coach Hatcher.
that is correct. Coach Hatcher, which
That was a
in
famous
the
quote.
Yeah.
the SoCon Media Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
A podcast recording,
dissected
basically.
that bad boy for a couple minutes.
Yeah, I remember I teed it. I was like, "Oh, this will be good," and then Sam just ripped it to shreds. Like as soon as he finished. Sam, you continue.
Let's do buckyball for 1,000.
Sanford erased an 11-point halftime deficit on the road against this team to get the much-needed win.
Oof.
Mm.
I feel like we do that every game.
Yeah, there are a lot of comebacks. Which is why I put this at 1,000 because they all kind of blended
11-point halftime. That's it.
blend together.
Who is
Sam.
UTC?
Samuel is correct again. That is Chattanooga.
That's right.
He's coming for me.
Let's do.
Jeb's trying to play it safe by not guessing
Let's do
anymore.
hatch attack for 1,000.
This player scored the lone touchdown against Florida to help Sanford cover the 38.5 point spread.
I honestly don't even remember our touchdown.
Like when I laughed my own question.
Did we only score once?
We scored once.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
See if it
Is it cousin though? Oh, running back.
DeMonta Witherspoon's
I was gonna say that.
DeMonta Witherspoon's like 3-yard touchdown was help Sanford.
Yeah, I was like picturing that run and that little 3-yard whatever.
Last question around one. Stick ball for 1,000. Sanford softball had 6 players on the All SoCon teams. Can you name one of those players?
Ooh,
Why do we gotta name
give
names?
me one.
Mike.
Katie Campbell.
That is.
Not correct.
Oh shoot, I messed up. That is not correct, and I
And
just
you
screwed
just-
up this
and
whole
you
question.
just-
so-
That's fine. Deduct Mike. That's fine.
No, weren't
Yeah.
you just saying like it just has to be one of those?
It just had to be one of these. I didn't want you to name all 6. I just want you to name one.
Right, but we want to see who they all are because he could have
She
named any
didn't
of
make
them.
the all SoCon list.
Yeah, she did not make all SoCon, which I thought was interesting.
Dang.
I don't like these names. I hope
Well-
round 2 has no names, but continue.
Well, that's going to be tough. 2 is next. After
We're a
round
bunch
1,
of
it
frauds.
We
is.
got to deduct Mike here.
That's right. So, yeah, sorry.
Bummed about that DeMonta Witherspoon question. I had that.
So before round 2, we've got Jeb in the lead at 1,800, Sam at 1,400, and then Mike is minus 1,000. How's everybody feeling? What are
Honestly, not
some things we
good.
struggled on?
I'm about to pull a buckyball style second half.
We are
comeback
losing
There you go.
all credibility.
Against who, Michael?
against both of y'all.
What team though? Was the question in the last round.
Oh, against Chattanooga.
There you
Yep.
go.
All right, what are our
Yeah,
categories?
so Sam
Grant?
can't do it. Sam can't do the names, so that's gonna be tough. It's going to be team related for Sam
That's
to
exactly right.
round 2, category 1, hatch
Okay,
attack. We
more
continue with more football.
It's
Buckyball,
a joke.
2. Portal
Okay.
players. This is
Oh,
any stat or
Ooh, that'll
info
be
about
fun.
any sport guys that came in from the portal this past year. 4th, state of the scoop. Anything related to the website or podcast related. Again, as stick with that theme.
It's fun.
And number 5, this and that. It could be this sport, could be that sport. You really don't know until you see the
That's
question.
our Sanford miscellaneous right there.
That is right.
I
You're
love
right
it.
there.
I
I
love
couldn't think. Yeah. Let's see. Jeb, you're in the lead. You take us off.
hashtag 400.
Sanford's first win of 2024 was against this in-state opponent under the lights at Pete Hanna Stadium, Bobby Bowden Field.
Yeah. This is a guess.
Sam,
Alabama State.
ding ding, that is correct. Alabama State,
I thought
a
it might
12
have been
a
North
12 to
Alabama.
7 win.
I was going to say
Close.
North Alabama too.
Just because we played them in basketball, I think it was stuck in my
There you go. A 12 to 7 win.
Should have
for
reviewed
Sanford's
like the
first win of the year.
schedule and top scorers, and that would have been wise.
Sam, go ahead.
Let's do hashtag 800, baby.
Sanford was set to go on the road for their SoCon opener, but the effects of Hurricane Helene canceled the game against this team.
Come on.
Jeb.
Ugh.
Who's Western Carolina?
That is incorrect.
Oh,
Can I ding?
Yeah, the buzzer's open.
Who's Furman?
Furman, that is
didn't see a
correct.
ding.
It was.
Can't, guys, I'm on my phone. I can't, every time I switch over, it makes me reload the page. That's why y'all keep dinging faster than me.
Who is Fur? I'm
Yeah,
just
that's-
playing.
Yeah, it was Furman. We'll give Mike the points on that one. It was that game got canceled, and then there's a story came out like 4 months later that was like Furman even called Clemson. It's like, can we play Stanford at your place? And they're like, no, we can't do that
It's
because of
weird
Hurricane.
it's weird that they even canceled that game though, because like There was no.
Well, they didn't have power in Greenville.
Yeah, but like, didn't other schools play like in the area?
They didn't have power in Greenville
Mm-mm.
after Hurricane
At least Furman's
Helene?
campus didn't.
So we're just like that one spot
I
that didn't
guess
have
that
power.
says.
But like,
I guess that says
doesn't- yeah.
everything I need to know about.
I think you're missing a
Furman.
0 on Mike's.
Greenville had power, but Travelers Rest didn't.
Mike,
Am I up? Let's go Buckyball
What
400.
did Mike get right?
wait, Mike. JD said Furman.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that was.
Sorry,
Oh,
Mike.
he did ding in.
We gave it to him
That's
since he's on his
embarrassing.
phone.
You just said that.
Mike, continue.
Buckyball 400.
Sanford, fresh off the beach down at 30A, had to play this Atlantic 10 team in the first round of the NIT.
Oh. Who
Sam.
is George Mason?
That is correct.
Yeah.
I swear I clicked buzz 5 seconds before Sam did.
Clearly not.
And then George
Switch
Mason
your
turned around and
laptop
took a
out,
player.
man. Like, come on.
I'm not at home. I don't have any of my stuff.
Yeah, and then George Mason took a player from Sanford, funny enough. Riley Allen's
That's
body is
right.
now at George
That's
Mason.
right.
He did go off against them, didn't he? Well, he had one of the better games, I think.
Let's do Hatch Attack
Yeah.
for 12.
1,200. Sanford's defensive coordinator ended up leaving for this Big 12 school at the conclusion of the 2024
What's
season.
tough about this question is we've had 3.
Yeah.
That's so tough.
I mean, I see his face.
The answer,
Why couldn't it be the guy that went to
Oh.
Troy?
Jeb,
Illinois.
just under the buzzer. Illinois, that is incorrect. It is Cincinnati. Adam Braithwaite went to Cincinnati. Brandon Cooper was named the DC in December. He went to Troy to be a position coach, and now we got a new DC. There you go.
Do we have a new DC? We hired somebody?
Yes, we do.
Also, Illinois is Big Ten, right? So
Yeah.
Idiot.
Hashtag 1600.
I like keyed in on it geographically.
Sanford announced as part of their 2025 schedule, they would play this team in the non-conference who opens their season against Auburn.
I don't know. I got 2 guesses.
Sanford announced as part of their 2025 schedule, they will play this team in the non-conference who opens their season against Auburn. Mike,
Is it Baylor?
ding ding, that is correct. Sanford will
Nice,
go on the
Mike.
road, play Baylor
Nice.
in week 3,
I was gonna guess
11
West
a.m.
Georgia.
ESPN Plus.
I'm using the noggin there.
Hey, there you go. I tried to throw all the words on and kind of confuse you on that one.
Stop it, you big hobo.
Whoa. Would you look at the score?
Mike and Sam were tied at 1,400 and Jeb minus 200. Mike,
Got a long
continue.
way to go.
Let's go.
We do.
Buckyball.
In the preseason, Bucky McMillan said that Colin Holloway had to adapt the mentality of what former Sanford basketball player before the season? Mike,
Jermaine Marshall.
that is the GOAT, correct. Jermaine Marshall said he needed
job,
to
Mike.
have the mentality that every rebound was his and mine. And
Yeah, he didn't adopt that.
He did for one game,
Against
apparently.
Rhodes.
I shouldn't
You picked 3 Colin Holloway
shouldn't maybe laugh that
questions.
much. Two, yeah, just 2. Mike, continue.
Portal players, 400.
This transfer, who is originally from the state of Utah, had 23 games scoring in double figures. Jeb,
I feel like this is a trick question.
It's not who you're thinking. Unless, I guess it could be.
Rylan Jones.
It's
Incorrect.
It's
Ding,
guys
ding,
who
ding,
transferred
ding.
this season.
hey Mike, you can ding.
Yeah, I know.
Shaden
That's why I
Brownell.
was like,
Jaden Brownell, that is correct. Jaden
Ooh, we're
Brownell.
balling now, boys.
the 2.
Mike likes his
Utah
little
guys.
buckyball.
Here's-
At least someone watched.
That was 800.
At least someone
That
watches
was
it.
800. We got it. Just 800.
Man,
3,000. Michael, continue. Long way to go. A lot of
Told you I was making
Got
a
a ball game left.
buckyball comeback in the
Yeah.
second half.
The
Let's
doctor.
state of the scoop, 400.
on our website. This piece of content has gotten more views over any other article we have written.
What
Sam,
is the portal tracker?
that is correct. Portal trackers have gotten all the buzz.
Makes
and people
sense.
love following those. Sam plus 1,800.
I
Continue.
like State of the Scoop. Let's do 800.
In consecutive episodes, 2 different duos recorded shows. This duo had more views on YouTube than the other duo. Mike.
Unfortunately, Grant and Jeb.
Hey, here we go. Grant and Jeff.
It's sad, boys, is I tried to put my thumb on the scale on that one and just played it on loop on my computer.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I think we won by like 5 views, maybe. That was like max.
Sounds right.
Yep. There goes funny. Funny y'all caught
It's
on to
tough
that
out
one.
here.
That was good. Mike, continue.
This and that 400.
Sanford's new basketball coach, Lenny Acuff, came from Lipscomb this past season, but is more known for his success at what school in the Rocket City? Sam,
I'm
course he
gonna
would do
miss this.
this.
UAH. Oh,
there
it's
we
right.
go. We'll accept it.
I was afraid he was high
Yeah.
school, and as soon as I said that, I was like, "Oh my god!"
No, college. You
Okay.
go. University of Alabama at Huntsville. Sam back on the
Let's
board.
go.
Continue.
Let's do stay in the scoop 1200.
A summer interview with this Sanford athlete had more YouTube views than any other summer interview this past year.
And into this season has to be. I want to
Michael?
buzz in if he misses it.
Also, sorry, I was giving my dog water. It's Martin, right?
Incorrect. Anybody else want to buzz in?
That's who I was gonna answer. So hold on, give us a sec, Grant. Give us a sec. Summer interview, most views on YouTube.
The timer doesn't go, but we'll keep going until it does. With this Sanford athlete had more YouTube views than any other summer interview.
Perplexed. I don't know.
Oh no, I don't.
RJ again. Rylan Jones was our most popular summer
That makes
interview
sense.
this past season. Jeb, you're up.
Portal players for 800.
This player got his 1,000th career point in a Sanford uniform in a win over UNCG. Jeb,
Rylan Jones.
No,
incorrect. We had Rylan in the first round.
Colin
Sam?
Holloway.
There we go. There's our more Holloway. I did have 3 Holloway questions.
I don't know if Grant's gonna try and pull something on us and like
fair.
do the same
Honestly,
thing.
that's fair because he will.
Also, was it the same? It wasn't the same team though, right?
There's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, one was West Georgia.
I'm a hobo. It's fine.
One brain celled hobo.
Yeah.
Still have 1 football question left, Sam.
Let's
Continue.
do hashtag 2000. Let's clean it up.
Sanford finished in this certain place in the SoCon standings with a 3-4 conference record.
That's a hard question. Mercer, chat. That's
4.
what I've been thinking. 4 or 5.
Incorrect.
Give me 5.
5, isn't it?
It was 5th place. Correct. Yeah, all alone at 5th place.
You're not giving him that.
I'm taking
no
those
way.
points. Heck yeah.
You
I
can't.
buzzed in.
We weren't doing that in the first round.
I'm playing. Y'all chill. Dang,
I'll take him down.
Savage out here.
Or
Savage
sorry,
out
you're
here. Just put me back.
Jeb, go ahead.
Buckyball 2000.
Sanford was down 14 points late in the second half against this team, but Sanford went on to win in overtime to keep the current home win streak alive. Mike.
No, don't buzz me.
Dude, you're pulling a Tommy.
Seriously. You're over here buzzing in. You don't even know the answer.
UNCG.
No.
I was going to say ETG, but we lost that game.
Overtime.
Sanford was down 14 points late in the second half against this team, but went on to win in overtime to keep the home win streak alive.
Yeah, it was could have been Mercer on the road there, but I think I know the answer, but I'm not risking that. Not with these two hobos.
Was it one of those? Was it one of those those tournament games like Utah Valley or North Dakota State? One of those 3 games.
I think so.
Because didn't one of those go to overtime or 2?
One of them did.
And we definitely came back from behind.
Jeb, do you want to answer? Because I think.
Jeb?
Yeah, North Dakota State.
Yeah.
Hey, it was North Dakota State.
You're welcome, Jeb.
Did they have a Jeapordy?
Yeah, Jakari Lane. He's going to play at Virginia Tech now, I think. But he went off. He's making everything.
Buckyball 1600.
In the 100-79 win for Mercer, this player scored 15 points, which was the only time in SoCon play that he scored in double figures. Mike.
Julian Brown.
Hey, there we go.
That's a good pull, Mike.
I tried to guess him
that
earlier.
Guy's been living in the back of your mind for something, and it just became clear what.
Loves Julian Brown.
This was also the same game where Rylan had his headband night, so they were both interviewed, or we both interviewed both of them after the game. So there you go. Michael.
Let's go this and that for 800.
Sanford Track and Field won their outdoor SoCon championships in this SoCon city.
That's a good question. We should know this.
Greensboro.
Incorrect.
Good guess.
Sanford Track and Field won their outdoor SoCon championships in this SoCon city. The answer is Homewood. Sanford hosted the outdoor championships this past year. Mike or Sam lead us.
Buckyball 1200, please.
Last question of the Bucky era. As part of the buyout for Texas A&M hiring away Bucky, Sanford will receive this amount of money from A&M to buy out the rest of Bucky's contract.
Can we just give you a range?
As reported by us. Jeb.
700,000.
Close. Incorrect.
No, it was 800,000.
Is that right, Grant? 800?
Is that a buzz?
Yeah, Mike Buzz.
Yeah, Buzz 800.
He doesn't get points for it, Grant.
He does because it's wrong.
Why not? If I
No,
don't,
he gets it because it's
what
wrong.
is it right?
It's incorrect. So
Oh,
I know. I think I know, but I'm not it. I am not it. Yeah, 850.
oh
That's right.
come
That's right.
on.
I thought it was 750, and then when Jeb, you guessed 750.
Yeah, I
right?
know.
Oh, you guessed
700.
700. Okay.
yeah, 700.
I don't
So
know
do we
why
do
I
it-
remembered it being 700.
Do we deduct Michael since that was a buzz technically?
100%.
No, because Jeb said it was
Oh.
no. Okay, how can I? If I can't get points for getting it right, I
No,
shouldn't
you were
lose
going to
points for
get
getting
points
it
for
wrong.
getting it right.
Jeb said I wasn't.
No, he didn't. Jeb was letting you. He was
No.
letting you walk your own plank over there.
We weren't
All
doing
right.
second chance points in the first round.
Oh, you're right.
we are.
Jeb, you're right. We already established that rule. You're right. This is like the dynasty chat.
This is very much like the Dynasty chat.
Sam, take it away. We won't deduct.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
keep
yeah.
it the way it is.
Let's do portal players 1200.
This transfer led the regular season. Led Sanford. Man, my writing on this. This transfer finished the regular season for Sanford leading in batting average. Sorry about the wording.
I mean, I think I know, but I don't feel good enough to guess here. But I'll guess. Who is
Sam.
Jeffrey Entz?
That is also correct. Jeffrey Entz was the only guy on the All-SoCon second team for Sanford, and then was on the second team.
Yeah, should have been
last year.
first team.
Or after,
Torres a little overrated when you look at the conference stats, but anyway, apparently we just care about when you beat up the little sisters of the poor. Portal players for 16.
Okay. This transfer running back finished 2024 with one rushing touchdown, which came in the regular season finale. He transferred in 2 seasons ago, but this guy transferred in this past season.
Oh, what's this guy's name?
See the Akron guy? Toledo guy?
Jeb?
Micah Kelly.
Oh,
There we go.
Jeb.
Micah Kelly.
Nice.
Dang.
Good
Great
get.
pull.
Jeb with Micah, and
Great pull.
you guessed Witherspoon too, right?
No,
Jeb's a running back guru.
I didn't ding in on the Witherspoon thing.
So we're at Sam 5,200, Mike 2,200, Jeb minus 1,800 with 5-6 questions left. Jeb, take it away.
Portal players 2,000.
This transfer from Ole Miss led Sanford with 98 receiving yards and a touchdown in the close road loss to ETSU.
Oh
He's
gosh.
the white guy.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
I should have proofread my questions. Jeez. A white guy will not suffice as the answer. So.
Gosh,
What is
what's
his
that guy's name?
I don't know.
5, 4. Rafe Vinson, or
Mm.
wide receiver
Yeah,
transfer.
I would not have.
He also got hurt too. So
That was a good question, Grant. That was hard, but I guess it was for 2000.
yep. There we go. Mike, take it away.
Let's do this and that for 1,200.
Daily double. Actually,
Ooh.
we're gonna change that to my messed up. Daily double. Mike, how much would you like to wager?
How does that work? If I wager all of my money and I don't guess, do I lose anything?
lose
You
it.
have to
Yeah,
guess
you
'cause
lose it
this
all.
is your
lose it.
question only.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go $1,000.
It says real money, by the way, guys. Grant's offered
Yeah, I
to
know.
Yeah,
fund
yeah.
that.
I'll give you my Venmo.
Thank you, Grant.
Oh, okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. In the newly announced Sanford Hall of Fame class, this player holds the title of being the second highest drafted player in that program's history.
Just deduct it now. Just deduct it.
No, I can
I can
see his
see
face.
He shoots it or hits it or throws it really well.
In the
I
newly
know it.
announced Sanford Hall of Fame class, this player holds the
Wait.
title of the second highest drafted player in program history.
I was gonna. Why did you do
Brad,
that?
James Bradbury.
Jeb, it was
Oh,
a
man.
Michael only question.
No, I know it's a Michael only question. I just
I
wish
just
it wasn't.
needed like 2 more
love
seconds.
Yeah, I think I put like 20 seconds on it. James Bradbury was the one who
Jeb
holds the
would know
second
that.
highest drafted program. He would.
What
He
round
should have.
The real question is who's the highest,
ever
and I know the answer to that. Yeah,
of any sport?
Hey, does the score look right to you, or is that
highest drafted
Mike,
player in the NFL.
Is it the linebacker from San Francisco? It's a Quisky Tart.
It is Jaquiski Tart, but he didn't play linebacker. He played safety.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, totally.
4 questions left? Jeb, take it away.
Same draft year, by the way, too.
You know, we used to get guys like that.
Oh, really?
Actually, no, it wasn't.
I think he was a year or two before.
I think it
Yep.
was like back to back or something like that. But anyway, this and that for 2000.
Sanford women's head basketball coach, former head basketball coach Carly Coons, resigned after the season to go join the staff at this Power 4 school.
Who
Sam.
is or what is Maryland?
Dirty Terps, the Maryland Terrapins. She is up there in Maryland right now. Her assistant Matt Wise was promoted as the new Sanford head coach. So there you go. Sam with a commanding lead at this point. 3 questions
Let's
left.
go State of the Scoop 16.
In our episode when we discussed who should replace Bucky, Sam mentioned that he would prefer this coach over the others that we discussed.
I wish you could give us the names, Grant. Because I know exactly who I wanted in our hypothetical.
Mike?
Mike Hedgepeth.
Oh, wait. Oh. No, I wanted Acock.
Incorrect.
That's a
And
trick question.
Because I wanted the guy that wasn't going
Yeah,
to
but-
leave. That's
it
right.
was a cuff.
That's
Sam
right.
was what?
I should have buzzed in.
Well, ball
It's
game.
tough.
2 questions left. We still have final, but unless Sam wants to risk it all. Sam,
2000.
continue.
State of the Scoop.
During football season, we did 1 trivia question per week related to that opponent. And this podcast host got the most trivia questions correct.
Oh, that's a good question.
Mike,
Me.
that is
It
was-
incorrect.
I think it's
Bummer.
Is it Grant?
I guess it can't be
I think
Sam
it's
because
Grant.
Sam does the trivia questions.
I think it's Grant.
Good job,
It was
Grant.
Grant.
Really had to call yourself out there,
For
Grant.
2000, nonetheless.
You too,
Or
Mike. You
1600.
just called yourself out. You just said that you.
That's true.
A
Honestly,
suspicion
at
for
this point-
points.
Shit, this was the last category I was
Mike,
working on.
it's
I was
me.
like,
I'm the best.
I need a question. I run out of questions. Like, oh, we did trivia, so I went back and listened.
Trivia will be
like
back.
command
That-
after it.
that died a little
Shut
bit as the season progressed.
This and that for 1600. Our final question. This Sanford team will finish with 0 players in the transfer portal following their season.
Oh.
Michael?
Softball. Women's, obviously women's
No.
softball.
No.
Oh,
No.
softball is the correct
There will be
Answer.
a player in the portal.
Well, as of
As of-
today,
That
there
is
isn't.
that is not
as
it.
of now.
That's fine. You got
That's
it
a
right. Mike,
rip-off
but that's a
question.
bad question.
That is not a ripoff. That's a
It's 'cause
solid
it's not,
question.
It's not going to be true.
It's timing,
exactly,
though.
Jeff.
Like,
He also saw Megan tweet that there are no players in the portal at that point. So
I
it was-
did.
That's like
Also, Sam, softball ended before baseball, and baseball's entire team's in the portal.
that's
So, still an accomplishment.
That is true. That is true.
we're
Mike.
now final Jeopardy, final Bazinga in this score. The category is for this final round a dynasty.
Oh, no.
Submit your
Oh,
wagers.
brother. How much can you all wager? Just curiously, as you're the negative.
1,000
Interesting.
I've got to submit it.
basically for second place.
You're going down, Jeb.
Let's see what this question is, baby.
Everybody's
Here we
in
go.
here.
Here we go.
Michael, back here's your clue. Sanford Track and Field swept the Outdoor SoCon Championships for the 5th straight time. They defeated this school on the men's and women's sides.
Oh.
Ooh.
Which team came in second on both sides? And we've got a little music for you.
You've got to be kidding me.
It
That is-
provides music.
That is awesome.
Wait, should I grab a?
Did you have to
pen
pay
do
for the
this?
music? Is that like a
I know
paywall
this is all
feature?
here.
$10.99 a month. Add music to your Jeopardy.
Yeah, he took it out of our budget.
All right, are all the answers in? Or
I'll have to submit
Yeah.
my answer.
Grant even went dark.
There we go.
All right, let's see what we got.
Jeb selected Chattanooga. He wagered
I feel like that's a good guess.
$1,000. That is incorrect.
Sucks, Jeb.
Michael
I feel like
said
that's not a good
VMI.
guess.
He wagered $1,000. That is incorrect. Sam selected ETSU, wagered in $0. And that is also incorrect. We have 3
So it's
incorrect
Furman.
on the board.
Oh,
It is Western Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
interesting.
The other purple school.
Yet Western came in second at Sanford in the men's and women's side.
Well, that was fun, Grant.
There you
That was
They-
fun.
Sam in first place with the dub at 7,200, Mike at
Nice.
minus 1,800, and then Jeb at minus
I
2,800.
feel like this
So
is
there
a
you
fun
go.
little tradition. We might even do this at the end of every season. The only problem is basketball and football just bleed so much into each other. But thanks,
Yep.
Grant. That was hype.
That was
there
great.
you go. There's your season recap, and everybody listening can follow along. And it was kind of fun. I saw another podcast do it. Like I said, is like, okay, let's make this Sanford related and find a way to do something different. So
No,
there
for
you
sure.
go.
All right.
It was fun. I think we lost all of our credibility.
Certainly didn't help.
Yeah, we
Any,
had
any that we had.
we had a slow start, but then once you guys kind of got into it, and
I think
we
the
got into a
basketball
groove there in the
knowledge
middle.
really showed between y'all two, and then Jeb with his obscure football players, mainly EJ Mason, who somehow led the team in receiving. Did not realize that at all.
He is now at Charlotte.
Oh,
by the
really?
way,
So he transferred. I didn't know he.
Yeah, he's
got
his JUCO year
JUCO.
after the
Yeah.
yeah, the JUCO thing.
He played with the Hires
Yep.
at Eastern Mississippi
Eastern.
or Western
Yeah, one of those
Mississippi.
schools. One of those schools. So yeah, there you go. There's your a season recap.
All right. Well, we can get to the real news updates next week, but I guess the one that we do need to give a shout out to because they play next week, but Bradley Franklin. So we mentioned him, I think, back in the winter indoor track and field, but he qualified for the national championship again, which is going to be, Grant, you said, in Eugene next week. So that's pretty awesome. He's a freshman, which is wild. But what a hoss.
Yeah, pretty crazy freshman had to go up to Oregon. Pretty sick.
We'll get to the real updates next week. Still TBD on if we're going to do any interviews this summer, but we'll keep y'all entertained to some degree. State of the Bulldogs is out. Hope everybody has a fantastic week.